So, wir befinden uns jetzt hier bei Ronan Harris von VNV Nation im Studio. Hallo Ronan, wie geht's dir?
Mir geht's ganz gut, danke. Und selber?
Bestens.
Wunderbar, super.
Du hast die Aufnahmen zu deinem neuen Album abgeschlossen?
Yeah, absolut. How do I say this? Because I'm going to say this in English. The album's finished, and yeah, it was done in time, and I'm extremely happy with it. I think it's, personally, from the vibe, making it, when I listen back, I think it sounds like a book from beginning to end, and everything I wanted to do with the album, I did. So, at the end, I think I produced an album, for me, personally, that's as good as Empires. And that's a feeling that somebody gets very rarely in their life, because I thought I would never do another Empires. So.
Das Album heißt Judgement, hat aber nichts mit den Terminator-Filmen zu tun, oder?
Unfortunately not, although I did think of the idea that Mark should walk out on stage, in the old leather jacket, leather trousers, and, say, like, I'll be back kind of thing. It would work, because he's big. I don't know who I'd be. You could have my face coming out of the flames, on the background video, like, jing, 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 that kind of thing. No, it has nothing to do with the Terminator. And the other thing is it's spelt with the letter E in the middle, which is one big difference. I wanted that in there. That E was special, so that it wouldn't have anything to do with the Terminator movies. The word judgment does get used in other places too, but no, it's Judgment is about, it's like, I would say in many ways, like 9 different definitions or interpretations of the title. The prelude on the album gives hints of all the songs that are to come, but it doesn't give a text hint. But it's 9 different interpretations of the title. And yeah, it works.
Es klingt rockiger.
Yeah, there's no problem with that.
Du hast keine Angst, da irgendwelche rein Elektro-Fans mit irgendwie zu vergrätzen.
I actually heard from one fan who told me that there were some fans who decided not to be VNV fans anymore because we used real or samples of real drums mixed in on the song Perpetual and Arena. And I said, if you can tell me where they are, I'll give them their money back. Because anybody who drops a band because of something so superficial as that has, as far as I'm concerned, has no place listening to VNV Nation's music. These are influences, they're little elements that we bring into our music. When people heard Testament or Nemesis and went, oh my God, you're using a guitar. No, I'm using a synth that has a sound, if you distort it, that's like a guitar. And how come nobody ever said to me, you're using an orchestra or you're using a string quartet? It's stupid that people are so... I'm sorry, but I really do think that it's very oberflächlich. Yep. To think like that about music. I mean, I like a lot of different styles of music, and I do like a lot of punk. I like a lot of rock music, and I like the vibe in it because it's alive. Oh. I'm a very big fan of a band called Social Distortion. Have been for years. Oh, no, you don't do that at a Social Distortion gig. Oh, no, you'll get kicked out. I like live music. I like music that's got vibe and power and punch, and I think electronic music, I'm still an electronic musician, and it's like if I bring in a string quartet in my music, it does not mean I have a real string quartet. It's an influence in the music. So everything that I bring in is an influence. And if you don't like real acoustic drum sounds, then actually the funny thing was that with Perpetual and Arena, most of those sounds were electronically generated. So it's ironic. It's just maybe they were a bit oversensitive about it. I'm sure they stopped listening to Depeche Mode when they did In Your Room. People who think like that, then you're only listening to the band because of the style of the music fits to your lifestyle. We're not an accessory. We're not something that matches your jacket. Do you understand what I mean by that? Yeah. And bands have to grow and explore new territories, and it's not like we went off and tried to become Smashing Pumpkins or something. We just wanted to bring some influences in, and Nemesis is a bit of old school and a bit of new school and a bit of everything. Testament is a lot of has got a very rocky feel. What's important is that the album has got a lot of overdrive and distortion and harmonics used on it, and I wanted it to have this really full vibe. I mean, our fans, to be honest, the realistic picture is our fans come from every background. So we're not stuck in a little category. I think bands who do that die. That's my feeling. People lose interest.
Aber die Leute, die jetzt gerade zuschauen, sollten keine Angst haben, denn das neue Album klingt schon typisch VNV Nation, nur halt eben ein bisschen anders.
Einflüsse, yeah. It's a bit different. It's not. I think it blows Matter and Form away. Matter and Form was an album where I wasn't 100% happy at the end because I thought I had an idea in my mind and never reached it. But I have to be satisfied and happy with what I've done, and I was happy with what I've done. But I know when I think back on it that I didn't reach my goal, and I think in some places I could have gone a lot further, and I knew that. But what I learned from that, and that's the important thing, was that if you put me in a room with somebody and say, you have to finish your album between this date and this date, it just doesn't work for me. That's forcing me to do something that should come naturally. So with this album, it started 2 years ago, developing it, and then December we started working on the full production, and the end of January, beginning of February, we had the whole thing finished, and oh man. But you'll know it's VNV Nation. It's not going to shock you and make you think, oh my god, jump out of a window. It's not, well, geez, if anyone did that, that'd be scary, wouldn't it? You know, man kills himself because VNV Nation used acoustic drum sounds. We don't use a lot of acoustic drum sounds, by the way. As if you want to tour the studio while we're here, almost everything's done with the computer, and it's tied into a lot of other equipment which produce all the sounds. And I use a lot of analog synthesizers, and I use a lot of things to develop the sounds. But I'm an electronic musician, and I just like. It's like paying homage to something, you know? You get a sound that just reminds you of a song you like. I'm sure Sisters of Mercy fans would probably go crazy if they were only using electronic sounds, right? You know, and they were always using a drum machine. Funny. Oh, the irony. Anyway, go ahead. Next question. Ask me something else. Go on, ask me a question. Come on.
Wollen wir den Bildschirm schon nochmal anmachen?
Oh, it's still light. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just making an advert for Northern Light here.
Wo ist dein richtiger Screensaver? Umbra et Imago.
I don't have an Umbra et Imago screensaver, and I want one. Mozart, I want an Umbra et Imago screensaver, okay? For Christmas. Or my birthday's coming up in the middle of the year. Alright?
Dann sage ich vielen Dank, dass du dir die Zeit genommen hast, wieder für ein Interview hier bei Crazy Clip TV.
Gerne, Paddy. Immer. Du kannst immer vorbeikommen.
Immer?
Nachts nicht. Du hast die Briefe von meinem Anwalt bekommen, ne? Von dem Gericht. So, ja.
Nur ins Studio.
Teilweise, wenn es Frau's organisiert ist, dann ja. Und nur im Studio. Aber wenn du in deinem Auto draußen von meiner Wohnung 8 Stunden lang sitzt, dann ist das furchtbar, Mann, ne?
Bringt dich das jetzt nicht auf die Idee zu einem neuen Song, zum Beispiel Stalker? Gut.
Du bist ein Spinner.
Bis zum nächsten Mal.
Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.